Welcome to Sakrete Pro Tips using concrete form tubes. Concrete form tubes are made of moisture-resistant, heavy-duty cardboard. They're designed for single use, above or below grade. They come in 4-foot lengths, and diameters vary from 8, 10, 12, 16, and 18 inches. But you're going to notice in the store, they fit inside each other. This is called nesting. It's okay because the industry gives us a variance of plus or minus ½ an inch. The reason it does that is so these form tubes can easily be transported and carried around the job site. Now that we've covered form tube basics, let's talk about how to use them. So first step is always check with your local codes. These are going to be for a footing. You've got to find out what is in your area. You could have a permafrost layer, for example. Once you've determined what you've got to do to meet the code, it's time to figure out how much material you use. For that, there's nothing simpler than going to Sakrete Deck Footings Calculator online. Simply put in the diameter you're going to use, the number of holes, and the lengths per hole. And it's going to give you a calculation of how many concrete bags you need. So now we go to the store, we get our materials, it's time to start the job. So we've got our materials, it's time to cut the tube to length. We've already filled the hole with some gravel, insert the tube, and we're going to backfill with dirt around the tube, getting it plumb. Then it's time to fill it with concrete. Now, if the tube extends 2 to 3 foot above grade, you're going to have to brace it. So once we start to pour, the next step is to rod the concrete. Easy way to do that is keep a stick of rebar nearby. And all you're doing is consolidating the concrete so you're trying to get it void free and let it set up that way. Now the whole purpose of pouring this form is so we can mount something on top of it. Here's 2 simple methods. We've got a wet insert brace for 4x4s. You can simply insert these ends into the concrete after it firms up a hair, and that way we can jiggle it in place, get it plumb, and leave it alone to dry. The second method is to let this form set overnight with the concrete, come back the next morning, drill a hole in the dead center, and start with a mechanical anchor. Either way, you've got a firmly mounted 4x4 or 6x6, according to what you're doing, above grade. A last step is always skipped, and that's overlooking stripping the form tube. Once you're done, you should always strip off the cardboard of what's exposed. Simply cut the end and start peeling it. It's going to look like the inside of a paper towel roll. Peel off what you can, and don't worry about what sticks to the hardened concrete, because between rain and sun, it's going to wear off and finish peeling away for you. The whole thing is we just want you to realize that that surface was not meant to be the end surface. And that's how you get your project off on the good foot.